All right. What's up, the boxing world? Welcome to Strictly Boxing with Derek Poppy Rolone, brothers. We're getting close to a very exciting fight card, man. On the 30th, this Saturday night, we're going to be blessed with a lot of good fights, man. There's going to be some good fights on that card, man. With the main event is featuring Tim Tszyu, and Tim Tszyu is defending his title and plus fighting for a vacant title. So he's defending his WBC title, but he's defending his WBO title, and then he's going to be fighting for the vacant WBC title because Fundora was already fighting for that on the card since Keith Thurman was hurt. So now that was good. I think they blessed us with a better fight. And I think a lot of people agree with that because I'm talking to a lot of people that agree with that. Now listen up, check this out, man. Before the Saturday night fights, I told you guys before that we had some Wednesday night fights coming up every other Wednesday night or something like that. But Wednesday night fights, so we're going to have a fight card on the 25th. So if you're interested in fighting, it's on Pro Box. Pro Box is featuring the Josin Ordonez. He's from Puerto Rico, and the headliner is Joseph against Nicholas Walters. He's from Jamaica. It's a 10-round lightweight fight. That's the main event. There's also going to be some other cards on the undercard. So if you're a real boxing fan and you like boxing, man, Wednesday night, man, on the 27th, there are going to be some good fights, man. I like the up and coming fights. I like the fights that's um not hyped up, and you get to see some guys when they're really trying to make it to the top, man, and you get to see what it's like. And plus, you got different classes and levels of fights that makes good fights. So if they're not like top of the line or number one guys in the world, there's still some good competitive fights, man. So if you like boxing, check that out on Pro Box Wednesday, the 27th, on Pro Box. All right, okay, let's talk about the pay-per-view fights on the 30th of March. 30th of March, like we said, Tim Tszyu is going to be defending his WBO title uh, against the vacant WBC title. And fighting for the vacant WBC title against Fundora. Sebastian Fundora. Now, this Sebastian guy, man, a lot of people think it's going to be that Sebastian's going to win. A lot of people think that Sebastian, with his height and his long 80-inch reach and being 6'6" or 6'5", something like that, 6'5" and a half, and he got this long reach that he's going to be able to beat up on Tim Tszyu. A lot of people don't have not been convinced with Tim Tszyu yet, and I said it in previous videos about Mendoza. Of course, yes, I agree. Fighters' style makes fights, and just because Mendoza knocked out Sebastian and Tim Tszyu beat up Mendoza doesn't mean that Tim Tszyu automatically is going to beat Fundora. I understand that. It doesn't mean that. However, in my opinion, I keep telling everybody, man, that the tall, long arms is for boxing, man. The name of the game is boxing, man. And these guys, that got these long reaches and they want to get in there and slug, they take away their advantage and they give it to the smaller person. And I think that Tim Tszyu hits harder. I think that he's stronger, and I think that Tim Tszyu he's 24-0, and Sebastian is 20-1. He only got beat by Mendoza. Now here's the thing with the Mendoza fight. In my opinion, the referee should have stopped the fight. That Tim Tszyu was beating up Mendoza. He really was. He's beating up Mendoza kind of bad, man. In the last 2 rounds, man, they should have stopped that fight, man. They should not have let Mendoza take those amount of punches that he took. The referee let him take it. Maybe, I don't know, he was swinging back or I don't know what. Maybe he was getting close to the end of the fight. I think Mendoza should have been stopped. But the referee let him take a beating that he shouldn't have took. And And of course, that's just my opinion. But okay, let me know what you think. Who do you think is gonna who do you think got Fundora? Let me know the reasons why. I would love to know if you could tell me the reasons why you think that that Fundora is going to beat Tim Tszyu. I think Tim Tszyu is going to beat him. I think Tim Tszyu is going to beat him by knockout. Yeah, I think he'll knock him out by the eighth or ninth round, something like that. That's my opinion. Okay. Another big feature on the card though that I really like, and is Rolly Romero. And he's fighting Isaac Cruz. Man, that's going to be a good fight to me. You know, that's going to be a good fight. Rolly Romero is 15-1. Isaac Cruz is 25-2. And so, I mean, you know, Rolly Romero is the champion. He's a super lightweight world champion, and they're fighting for his belt. And he's fighting the hard hitting. He's hitting the hard hitting superstar, man. I mean, Isaac Cruz can fight, man. You know, they both fought Tank. Okay, they both fought Tank, and Rolly was knocked out by Tank, and Isaac Cruz went to decision. If I'm not mistaken, that's the way I believe it went. So that's another good fight card. Isaac Cruz 25-2, and Rolly Romero 15-1. Let's see who fights on that. That's going to be a good card right there. A lot of people think that Rolly is not, or Rolly don't have, you know, no skills. A lot of people talk he shouldn't even be a champion. I hear some podcasts talking about Rolly Romero is not. He shouldn't even be a title, and he's not worthy of being a champion. You know, I don't know. He's kind of big, and he can fight. You know, he just he got a couple, good wins. You know, he ain't just been getting these wins easily. I mean, he had some fights, building up. He just, he got stopped by Tank, but I mean, a whole lot of people got stopped by Tank, so that's not nothing to be feeling sad or bad about or nothing. Another super fight on the card, Iris Landy Lara. Iris Aaron Landy, man. Lara, he's the WBA middleweight world champion. He's going up against the number one mandatory challenger, Michael Zapata. I'm sorry, not Zarafa. I'm sorry, Zapata. I'm thinking about the other fight that's coming up. Zarafa, Michael Zarafa, he's number one rated mandatory challenger, and he's fighting in for the WBA middleweight world championship. This is a lot of championship fights on the main card, you know. Another superstar fight on the card is a couple of flyweights, you know, and Julio Cesar Martinez, man, he's fighting for he's the WBC flyweight champion. He's fighting against Angelino Cardona. Angelino Cardona is a WBO flyweight championship. I'm not sure if they're unifying the both belts, or I don't know. I saw somewhere they're only fighting for the WBC flyweight. I don't know how that works out. But I am in the gym with Angelino Cardona, and he is working hard. He's he's been sparring hard. He's a strong fighter, man. He's getting good. And Julio Cesar Martinez is good. It's going to be a good fight, y'all. I don't know if you like the little flyweight guys, if y'all think the weight classes is too small. A lot of people don't really give that much interest in it. But this right here is going to be a super fight. You got two world champions, man, going, toe to toe, man. And there's some good fights here. Julio Cesar Martinez can fight, and Angelino Cardona can fight. And I'm watching Cardona get stronger and stronger every day. We're working in the gym. He's working and getting a lot of work in there. And he's very committed, man. He works real hard. I mean, he works hard all day in the gym. So it's going to be a good fight to see for these flyweights, man. So that's going to be the opening for the pay-per-view. So make sure you get there early enough to see the first mandatory will probably be the flyweights is going to be the opening with the pay-per-view. Now the undercard, I'm not sure if it's going to be televised or not, but the undercard, on that undercard, they do have some other fighters up and coming. You got you got Elijah Garcia versus Kieran Davis. Okay, shut it down, Davis. Shut it down. Kieran shut it down, Davis. Yeah, he's going. I heard he's an up and coming guy. It's these some rising middleweights, man. Elijah Garcia, and they're fighting a 10-round attraction. So that's right there is probably going to be something else we could probably look at too. They a lot of times they show them fights if you something happened, quick knockouts or whatever. However, um, uh, Zer, Bohacek versus Brian Mendoza. Now we talked about Brian Mendoza. Remember, Brian Mendoza, he knocked out Fundora. He knocked him out. He hit him. He heard him. He knocked him out. It wasn't no flukage. It was a real knockout. And he's fighting on this card again. So my thoughts is maybe Mendoza, and he's fighting for a super welterweight title. The interim WBC super welterweight title. So Brian Mendoza, even though he gets stopped by Tim Tszyu, he may get another opportunity, and he wins this fight. He wins this fight, and then he'll be able to probably still get back up there in the rankings where he'll get another shot at the title. Especially if Fundora wins. If Fundora wins, it'll be a good fight to see a rematch with Mendoza. That would be a good thing. Ain't that funny? Or if Brian Mendoza wins, he might be in line for a rematch with Tim Tszyu. So either way, I think Mendoza might be up there. All right, man. Listen, man. This is Derek Poppy Roland at Strictly Boxing, man. I mean, like the video, man. Hit the thumbs up, man. If you haven't subscribed, I would appreciate it, man. If you subscribe, let me know what you think, man, on the comments about these fights next Saturday. Next Saturday night in Las Vegas, man. Pay-per-view Saturday night fights. We ain't had no fights this weekend, so we should all be tuned in, looking to see some fights. If you're really a big boxing fan, if you don't mind staying up late on Wednesday night, catch the Wednesday night fights to get us geared up for this fight game, man. It looks like the fight game is about to blow up because now we got the Devin Haney coming, man. We got the Devin Haney fight coming up. People putting pressure on Canelo pretty soon. Canelo might as well just go ahead and fight Benavidez because he ain't nobody gonna let him live it down. So he don't have a choice but to go ahead and let me just go ahead and fight Benavidez, So we got big fights, man. We got a lot of fights coming up. Fighters just fighting each other, and here we go, man. This Saturday night, Tim Tszyu versus Sebastian Fundora. All right, this is Derek Poppy Roland at Strictly Boxing. Peace.